Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Oddcast, a podcast, a for nerds by nerd show. Today, we are going to be talking about the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. I'm here with my co-hosts Joe and Paige. Say hi, guys.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. That way you can, find out when all of our shows get uploaded onto YouTube. But we're going to get started with this.
So actually, before we jump into it, I do want to say that I want to send my condolences. Not that they're going to see it, but I want to send my condolences to his family. Like, obviously, cancer is it's an awful thing to happen to any human being. And to be so young, I mean, that's the real tragedy of it.
He was 43.
43. He's only a few years older than us. And by us, I mean Judo and I, because we're old men in comparison to Paige, who's like 12.
Fuck off. I'm not 12. Don't get such a dick.
Well, so he has a range of film projects, from the movie 43 to Get On Up to
42.
Excuse me, 42.
He died when he was 43, but
yes,
the movie
that's
was
my
42.
bad. Yeah, 42. Get On Up.
He was so good at his range and roles that like it at the time was a joke. Like, who's going to play this historic black man? Can we get somebody other than Chadwick to do it?
Dude, he played James Brown, which is hard.
And he did good. And I really liked the movie Get On Up. Like, it's a fun, it's a good biopic, and it has one of my favorite lines ever, which is, the devil ain't gonna be no man in no red suit with horn, or no red man with horns. It's gonna be a white man in a fancy suit. I love that damn line.
Yeah.
It's a really good line. I mean, he was also Thurgood Marshall in 2017. Correct.
His art, it's craft at its best. Like, I mean,
he did theater work, which a lot of great actors, I don't mean just any old actor, but a lot of great actors do theater work, to hone a lot of their range.
Theater takes a lot more out of you than just doing it on film, because in doing it on film, you can catch it at the right time and craft the right conditions, but in theater, it's live. And you have to have the ability to flow with what's happening around you. Sometimes a lot of a good live show is improv to what's happened there. And that's part of, I think, what makes a great actor is someone who can be enough in your character to know and flow with what's happening and still present the character and what's happening there. And even though, I've never seen him in any of his theater performances, but in every movie I've ever seen him in, he truly brought that character to life, so much so that, like, there was no question that he was who he was portraying.
Yeah, like...
He was a powerful actor.
I was able to see every character. Like, I could see him being that character, fictitious or not. Like,
and that improvisational skills of being that onstage actor is really what led to his, the performance of probably what's going to be considered his most iconic role, which is T'Challa in Black Panther. Like, that entire character design, like that archetype, that core character was an improvisation between him and the actor playing his father, T'Chaka. They actually improvised the scene where they spoke in Xhosa. It was not discussed with the filmmakers. It wasn't discussed with them. Off camera, Chadwick sat with, now I'm not going to remember the other actor's name, and the other actor who spoke Xhosa natively taught him his lines in Xhosa. And then they spoke that on the set, and the subtitles got added later.
that's crazy.
Because the filmmakers just decided to roll with it. They decided at that same time that was going to be the official language of Wakanda. That was going to be their dialect. That was a decision made by the actors. And the reason that he speaks with an accent is because English it was not an enforced language, obviously, in Wakanda. So, It's that you improvise and you absorb everything about that character, and then you get to exude it with confidence and be it. And that's what makes all of those performances so powerful. Like, whether it's Jackie Robinson or whether it's James Brown, like it's just you escalate it, and he just absorbed all of that. And it's just, that's what makes it such a tragic loss at such an early part of his career.
I mean, he had a steady incline in films. I mean, like I said, I kind of went partial on that list, but like I said, as far as the MCU, Civil War is where he got pretty much he became Black Panther on Civil War. Endgame, like I said, 42, Get On Up, Marshalls, 21 Bridges, which I still want to see. I haven't seen it yet. But.
And there are still movies that are in production. Like, and I don't know how.
I was looking at that, like Yasuke.
Yep.
The true story of a 16th century warrior Yasuke,
first
and
Black
his quest
samurai.
for redemption,
Yep.
is a samurai of African origin. Oh my God, that would have been so fucking awesome.
Well, but here's the thing: we don't know how far they were in production. It might already have been wrapped, and now it's almost in post.
It's pre-production.
Oh,
Is
it
it listed
pre-production?
pre-production? We only saw it as it said in production.
IMDb states it as in pre-production,
That's unfortunate.
with no other cast members listed.
So they
yeah.
might not have gotten too far with it, unfortunately. And I do know I saw an article. Unfortunately, I didn't click on it, but I saw an article talking about the last, like this will be his last movie, and I forgot what it was. But
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
was that it?
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It says it's completed.
Okay, that's probably going to be it. But I mean, that guy was so talented that so he, weirdly enough, I was actually surprised when I found this out. He went to school and at Howard University. His professor was Felicia Rashad, who played Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show. She was his professor, and around the time she decided that, she was trying to get some of her actor friends to donate to try to get some of her students in this program at the school, and she wound up getting Denzel Washington to pay for his tuition at this summer program, and he didn't know about it.
Denzel does stuff like that.
Yeah. She asked, and he was like, sure, and he donated. And he didn't know about it until he got the letter. So, like, he even said, like Chadwick said to himself, he was like, how cool is that to where you receive a letter in the mail saying that the person that provides you your tuition for the program was Denzel Washington himself. Like,
yeah, and
that's nuts.
and those are, of course, his accomplishments on screen. I mean, he's won 10 awards. He's been nominated for more than 30. A lot of the ones that he won was for his role as T'Challa in Black Panther.
Yeah.
But he also just was a nice person when the cameras weren't around. Like, I can't, and I know that it's hard to find somebody to say something bad about it, like, right after the fact, but there's normally at least one naysayer out there who's like, it wasn't all that, or somebody who's quiet, and I have not seen that in this instance. Like, everybody who ever worked with him, like, has nothing but good things to say about him. Even people who didn't work with him, who didn't have the opportunity to work with him, but wanted to work with him in the future, like, he just held that kind of relationship with them. I mean,
he spent 4 years while working on these big production films with colon cancer. And from what I understand, not hardly anybody, except for a select few, definitely his family, but as far as his coworkers, very select people knew about it, and he continued to work, like, grueling hours, a lot of physical stuff.
And you'd never tell. Like,
yeah.
Even going back and watching the movies now, like, I would not be like, that man is fighting cancer. Like, it doesn't even click or register. And, like,
the only actor that I know of, that I can think of, that was fighting cancer, and you can tell he was fighting cancer, was DJ Squalls. He's the only actor that I can think of, and I mean, he beat it.
The guy from Spartacus, the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
He was in and out of cancer, and he did eventually lose his
Yeah,
life
he lost
to
that.
it too.
He lost that fight too. But I mean, that was funny though, is because of his situation. Chadwick was always in hospitals.
Yeah.
Like, as far, I'm not talking for himself. I'm talking about as far as putting smiles on children.
Well, I mean, it definitely puts everything into perspective.
Absolutely.
Like, if you don't know when your time is coming, you're going to live every moment as if it's going to be, what would you want to do? And to me, that seems like what he was doing. Like,
yeah, he lived his life fully. He really did. And he embodied so many things that had never been before. Like, to be a black superhero, to have that type of presence, like you hadn't had that ability before, and he gave so much hope to so many people, and just being acknowledged in that role, like, it's
like
his loss is so tragic, because he embodied so much hope to so many people.
Yeah, and it's seeing it through, like, I mean, you can't help but scroll through, like, Facebook or Instagram or any of the places, and, like, you see his impact on the culture itself.
I mean, he's, like I said, children nowadays, he was the epitome as far as television black superhero. And I'm not even talking about, like, Black Lightning on the CW and crap. No, I'm talking about major frontline. He was the example, and it showed. I mean, it's I can't even fathom, and this is it's because of how great he was, I cannot even fathom being the executive or the casting director or Kevin Feige or any of those people who now has to sit at a table and be like, what are we going to do with this character?
Yeah.
We can't kill him off.
Yeah, like, you can't just kill him off. I think the one fan suggestion that I've seen is you give the mantle to Shuri because she has it in the comics.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's a fair thing to just give the suit to her and not ever bring another black male into the superhero role. I think that you could do a movie with Shuri as Black Panther and bridge that 5-year gap if she didn't get dusted, because we don't know if Shuri was dusted in the 5 years.
Yeah, we don't know.
In the 5 years since the past. We don't know if she was still there or not.
Well, after Endgame, they're all fine, so...
After Endgame, but
apparently 2 is supposed to take place in that in-between time.
Which means that you could have Shuri as and then that gives the wound, it gives you a little bit of time to heal from seeing him in that role.
Yeah.
And then you can bring in another person, and then it's just this question of, like, who would you even bring in? And we've been going back and forth with, like, well, we've got this person or this person, and it's, do you try and pack it with somebody who's got star power? Like, would you go with John Boyega?
You and I were talking about Michael B. Jordan, but he's already Killmonger. Like, Michael B. Jordan would be great as T'Challa, but he's already Killmonger.
Yeah, and we talked about, like, I know that you're upset on, like, several levels. You know, like, the person that you worked with died, a friend died. But, like, that role, if you had flipped it, I mean, Killmonger had one movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a sad situation, and like you said, I don't even want to know what the exact are going to do.
And with the multiverse, I mean, there's no telling. Like, you could technically make it Michael B. Jordan, but, like, it'd be a hard stretch for the audience to see it in a different way.
Sell. It would be a very hard sell.
So it really
have to rewrite everything.
Yeah, it comes down to, like, I think that essentially you would have to either choose somebody who's got the star power that you think could pull it off, an up and comer, or you go the no name route and you pull somebody that not a lot of people are familiar with. That
was my suggestion. You would have to pull a no name, somebody that has got pretty good acting chops,
and whoever you pick has got to have the balls to take whatever fire comes with it.
All the hate.
Yeah, because you know that anybody who tries to step into it is just gonna
get blasted.
Instantly get flack. I'm looking at you, Jared Leto. I didn't like your Joker, but I was willing to sit through it. You know Heath. I'm looking forward to the new Joker that's potentially in the Batman, because it's my barefoot black Joker from the animated series.
Leto's fault. It was not Jared Leto's fault.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying. I don't blame him.
Jared Leto's a great actor.
Yeah,
all you had to do see Dallas Buyers Club. Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna be good in Morbius, but that's a whole other story. Like, Chadwick Boseman, it's such a huge loss.
All I want to say is, and this is where I'll end it, that again, to the family, you know, our prayers go out there to you guys. definitely, if you haven't, I plan on going to watch some of the movies I have not seen that he did.
Heck yeah! Like, I mean, 21 Bridges. We can.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. But, you know, to everybody out there, definitely go watch some of his other projects if you haven't seen it. If you still have not seen Black Panther, what are you doing with your life? But rest in peace.
If you want to do something to honor his memory, there are plenty of cancer charities out there. I know that it's a time of troubles out there, but I mean, if you wanted to give something to the American Cancer Society, they're out there. They could always use volunteers and help. There's plenty of organizations. I mean, it's only by all of us working together that we're ever going to actually find a cure to prevent these kinds of tragic losses from happening. And I mean, and it affects so many people. Cancer is a serious thing, and I mean, everybody's seen it. #fuck cancer, and it's never been truer. Like, it's been a tough year, and then on top of everything, to lose such an iconic person.
Yeah. So, us here at Oddcast, definitely rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Rest in power.
Rest in power, absolutely. You know, he will always be King T'Challa to me. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can say. So, leave a comment below. Let us know, you know, your thoughts about his passing, how you feel about it.
Let us know how he impacted your life. What his work did for you.
Whether it's towards your kids, or it doesn't matter.
Yeah, share a story. Or let us know who you think could even step up to the plate to try and take that spot. Like, I can't even fathom it.
Yeah, that's not something I even want to think about right now. But yeah, let us know, and I guess thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe,
and hit that notification button.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.